definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world.
Yes, welcome. And hey, man, we're not going to do all of that, man. Today we're going to jump right in, man. It's kind of one of our favorite times of the month. It is the live show. MH, man, you ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
I love it, man. So I'm going to bring them in. You call them out, man. All right, I'm going to start bringing them in. You call them out. Let's see who we got here.
Mr. CJ Simmons in the building. Blake Starr. Boy, King Gene. E. What's good? What's up, Ivory? Good to see you.
Ivory in the building. Let's go.
You know I'm busy. It's busy season around these parts.
I love it. Well, welcome everybody. Ivory, if you turn your phone to the side, I'll fill out the block for us. All right. And everybody, make sure you got your beverage. Make sure you got your cameras charged and your lights ready, man, because this lights camera action, we're going to jump into it. I just want to say welcome, everybody. How we doing? I think I want to start off with, since Blake Starr brought it up in the pre-show, man, how's everybody's fantasy teams doing, man?
Ass.
Yeah.
I got injuries. I got 8 injuries. And when whoever's not in, I got Tyreek Hill. So, like, he's injured basically because he ain't got somebody to throw to him. So, it's looking great.
Yeah. My team just underperforming. I got Mahomes is just not, he's winning games, but he's not putting up fantasy numbers. Laporta just also is not doing anything. It's just people just underperforming like I expected them to. Like I got a nice squad, but people not stepping up like they should be.
I'm in 2 leagues, and of course I'm winning both because even though I have the same problems that you have, I know how to manage things well. So,
Wow.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Done and done.
MH, I don't know if you noticed, but when we were talking this past week about shoot your shot moment, and I was saying I got the ticket, in the car to go to All-Star. Miss Ivory is the one that blessed your boy.
That's
the plug,
we
right?
We got the plug. I got it. Okay, I got it. I got it.
Now you're gonna have to make us do what's that MH editor's notes, and we gotta put it in the comments and apologize to everybody.
Okay, yes. I got it. That makes sense. Managing the team.
That's right.
I do the thing. George.
Hey, young nephew, turn your volume down. You got that super woofer back there, man. You got us all charged.
My fault.
There. It's all good, man. You got that's that gamer lounge up in there, man. You sponsored by
nobody. Myself, my drive.
All right. If you're watching us live and you comment, man, we want to say thank you. Andrew's already shooting shots at you, G, man. You taking live rounds, man.
Yo, Gene, you might want to get a light or something.
I know. I'm trying to fix. I'm in this one room. I'm gonna fix it. Give me a second.
You're not snitching on nobody, so we.
You ain't in Witsec, man.
Nah, we ain't unlocked Gene yet, bro. He's a locked character.
I about to say, is Gene about to give us some horrible takes? That's why he wants his face dark out like witness protection.
He all pixelated and his voice changed.
That Jaden Daniels take hitting hard though.
What Jaden Daniels take?
That Jaden Daniels, everybody I was talking about I said what he is, he's Lamar Jackson with a better arm. And that's exactly what he is.
He said that too.
Guess what? He went to LSU, so we know what we're doing around here.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Hey, you open it up. One of those. All right, so we in Louisiana, man. So that brings up one of the topics that we have, right? So it was announced that Kendrick is doing the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and I just want to get the feel because there's already been comments, Black Twitter, we do. But what are some of your thoughts, or should we just skip that? Is it no conversation? Because I think it's a conversation, but sometimes I pick up these ideas and I'm wrong.
It's horrible.
I agree. They did Wayne Dirt.
Yeah.
You don't host any big
I will
events
say this
in New Orleans.
as the only person that's on here that's probably ever had to deal with Wayne, did Wayne concerts. They made this right decision.
No. No,
They made the right decision.
Here we go. Number one, you're not the only person. Let's pull that back.
They made the right decision.
Let's pull
that was the
back.
right decision.
Let's pull that back. And number two, it is like bringing tacos to New Orleans. They have their own music, their own sound. It's 13 minutes.
Guess what? Guess where I was born? I'm from there. That's my DNA, and I'm still saying no to Wayne.
Like I said, you've been wrong plenty of times before, so this is nothing new. I see someone has DJ by their name, so I'll give the respect to him to let him say his piece.
And as a perfect intro, what you got? What you got, man?
Thank you, Ivory. I'm gonna just say this: like, I get it. In moments like this, like, we get emotional to certain decisions being made, but this isn't Essence Fest. This isn't, you know what I'm saying, like some black college festival that's going on. This is the Super Bowl. That nobody can ever question Wayne's legendary status and legitimacy, but Wayne ain't been hot in a while.
Nobody wants to hear 3 hours. Not like
They make those decisions, and they make those decisions based on who is hot right now. And then also, I think a lot of people who are like rewriting history, and they look and they was like, oh, but y'all had the whole West Coast and Cali. The NFL and the Super Bowl do not make it a thing that every city they go to that they headline with a local artist. That's just not a thing.
Okay.
That part.
Two
that
things.
part.
You said they go with who's hot. Rihanna ain't been hot in 10 years. So she ain't giving us an album. She probably ain't never gonna give us no album.
She's still more relevant than Wayne at this moment, though.
Yeah, not in New Orleans. No. And that's my thing.
You keep saying not in New Orleans. This is the Super Bowl. Y'all just hosting it. This ain't about New Orleans.
You hosting it. You know what? None of the people from New Orleans gonna be there.
Guess what?
Nobody locally is gonna be in their big stadium.
And that part right there is partially true.
But if you think about the halftime show is for, you know, a different audience. So it's just not just if they can't afford it, they're gonna definitely be watching on TV and having some nice, you know, crawfish boils and everything going on. That's be a hell of a Super Bowl party.
There are so many musicians that have come. I could see if they were in a musical city. I could see that if there wasn't things like it's only 13 minutes. DJ, you know, we could do a 13-set melody where Wayne is on for in the beginning coming out. Manny Fresh is on the 1s and 2s for the whole time. Give me some trombones. It's 2 weeks in front of Mardi Gras. Give me a second line. Give me Juvie.
Give me Kermit. What's his name?
And guess what? We have all that. We have all that. It'll still be unorganized and trash.
No, it won't. Give me Trombone Shorty. Turn around. Even let Master P say,
just happened at Essence Fest.
If you want a little razzle dazzle, I let Bootsy wipe me down. And guess what? We out.
It just happened at Essence Fest. They were trash at Essence Fest. What's going to change from now to the Super Bowl?
Well, we gonna see on November 5th when he do Weezy Fest and all. Oh, and you
that be trash.
Guess what? You can put all the Hot Boys out there for the first time together. No.
And that is definitely gonna be trash.
No,
they are not gonna have that together. They're not gonna sound check. They're not gonna rehearse nothing because Wayne don't rehearse.
Guess what? I'm not asking Wayne to do all 13. I'm asking him to give me 2 minutes of a milli. Let's keep it moving.
So I'm gonna say this then. I'm gonna say this. I genuinely think that initially, even once Kendrick got the call, I just firmly believe, I don't have an inside track. I firmly believe he was going to make that call and bring Wayne out with him to do something. I think the bullshit ass IG post that Wayne did destroyed all that because he didn't approach it like he approached it like a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Like Wayne.
Yeah, like Wayne. Like an adult would have been like, hey, you know, I appreciate the support. Much love to Kendrick. You know, he deserves it. He should be there. You know, I am disappointed I didn't get it, but it is what it is. He pulled a Trump. Like when Trump supporters be doing like wild shit and then he don't say he support them, but he say shit that sound like he support them. Like that's what he did.
I mean, he technically is a Trump guy, so
and guess
not
what?
Shocking he not following
Guess
it.
what? I don't fault him on this. And like I said, if I didn't go to school in Louisiana and spent all that time there and do all the things that I do there, then I would be like, yeah, I get it. But at this point, Jay-Z, and I loved it when everybody was arguing with me over Jay-Z doesn't pick it, it's the city. The city was like, no, we didn't do this. When the thing happened with Cat, one of the make goods that Roger did was put Jay-Z in charge of music. And he put Jay-Z in charge of music with the final say. So at this point, for Jay to not even recognize Wayne, I think is the issue.
No,
Yo,
I will say this as a person who just did the Brazil game for the NFL. When Anita was the choice, a group came together, picked Anita, and then the NFL had final say. They vet you, they vet the act, because I was there. I was the one doing it. You vet the act, and then we decide. Like, okay. That's the person.
I'm going to say to you, with Super Bowl, that's not the case. And that's not the case.
I've been on 3 committees. Come on, bring it to me.
And guess what? I was doing Super Bowl for Pepsi. I was doing Super Bowl for Pepsi before your little committee.
They were sponsored.
I was doing Super Bowl for Pepsi.
You paid us. That's a sponsor name. That's okay.
What I'm saying to you is, because of Cap, and remember when the Super Bowl came to Atlanta and everyone said no.
Man, I was about to say that.
And everyone, thank you, CJ. Everyone said no because of Cap. So part of the make good package was Rock Nation is coming in to produce the show, to make the show, and Jay has final say.
And it goes to Roger Goodell's desk, and they vet it, and then they decide.
And guess what? It's not even so much a vet, because if you want to talk about the LA show, there were so many times that they were going to pull, especially Dre, because of all his domestic violence choices and all of that stuff that kept coming up, and Roger didn't touch it. So I'm telling you, now you could go and believe whatever you want.
This was a money decision. I thought the same thing about LA. I was like, damn, like Dre got mad DV.
Yeah.
Like confirmed DVs, you know.
Yeah.
And when go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, and then I was just like, wow, like, because I was thinking, you know, there was a lot of commentary about Wayne's content. And I was like, they had Dre, they had 50, they had M. Like, this is not about content. So, like, what is it? And I think there's some behind the scenes, like, money things. There could be some personal, you know, petty stuff going on. But also, I just want people to understand, like, yes, we would have loved it, but don't nobody owe Wayne shit.
Yeah, so I was on a similar page of, like, you know, for Atlanta, like what we wanted to see didn't come to the fold. What we want to see, and I think a lot of people would want to see, I don't know. Some people would want to see Wayne just being like from the city, and the city having so much culture, part of it, especially musical culture, like that we would want to see something from the city represented for the Super Bowl. That hasn't historically been the case, but we all like love, you know, we think of New Orleans, we think of Wayne, we think of those things, and we would love to see him. But, you know, all the stuff behind the scenes of how he might be as far as showing up the rehearsals, things like that, that's another side, which I completely understand. I get the money side too. But for me as a fan, I think it's time for Wayne to get his flowers. And this would have been an example for that to happen. You know, he hasn't done verses, like things like that. Like, you know, I don't think he's been on what's the other show? With Noriega and Drink Champs, you know what I mean? Like all of those things like that, we see people kind of getting their flowers now. Like I think we want to see that for him, for knowing like his impact on the culture and how long he was like just running things, putting out music.
But you got to remember, this is the same guy that said impact on the culture that said he doesn't know about Black Lives Matter. He said
what is that? He's like, what is that? He said racism doesn't exist. He's rich and successful. And
most of his fans.
Guess what? Didn't Janet Jackson just ask, "Was my girl black?" Come on, pick
But she
ain't never touching the stage again.
She did it too. She ain't never coming to the stage.
Ain't never touching it.
You a lie. Janet goes and do what she gonna do.
All I'm gonna say is Kanye said slavery was a choice, and that nigga.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, Wayne's an ass performer, and it's about performing. Now,
he's been at Dre's a couple times. You came to me and said, final thoughts, man. Let's move on to the next one. What you got?
I was like, if you came to me and said Trombone Shorty, I'm like, you could have put Big Frida out there. You could have put the whole NOLA out there. PJ Morton, like everybody out there. That's fine. But to live and die on Wayne, no.
I didn't say live and die on Wayne.
To deal with. He doesn't show the interviews. He doesn't show rehearsals.
I didn't say live and die on Wayne.
When you have a branded You don't need
Would you have been better if they said Cash Money?
I could have said, guess what? Give me
No,
Cash
because
Money.
I've seen Cash Money and they're terrible right now.
Get out of here! You act like we
This was this summer. What are you talking about?
You act like we're doing a 2-hour set.
They can't do a 10 at Essence.
This
What
show
are
is
we talking about?
13 minutes.
It's the
They
sound
can't do
quality
10
at
at
Essence, though, man. It ain't them.
It's the same stage.
Just stop it.
Get out of here.
Do not let him. Hey, y'all know, right?
The same stage. Get out of here.
It's the same arena. We ain't gonna smoke. We ain't gonna show up late. Gonna mess around, cuss on live air.
You gonna show up with the
FCC,
double
the
cup of
whole
lean.
thing is done.
Move along.
So
Wayne is not gonna
next.
make that right.
I mean, since y'all on fire, man. I wish Mr. Steele, Bobby Steele was on here, but let's talk about a Colorado update. Now there's some low predictions. We started the last live now. Hey, yeah. Go ahead, Blake Star. I'm gonna let you open up. There was some
Nah,
I was thinking, man.
I was thinking about that, man. I think I gave them 6 wins. I mean, they still probably in line for that though. They got some tough games coming up. They don't look that bad, man. Travis Hunter.
Couple the truth.
Boy.
So,
Done talking. We done.
let me ask you a question.
He's
Done.
sick.
If you were at the team, would you draft Travis to play offense or defense?
Both.
Both.
We know we want him to play both.
But everybody's acting like nobody's done this in the NFL before. There are guys that have played both ways in the
At
NFL.
an elite level.
Look at Brian. Brian, stop.
I know, like who?
At this elite level.
Not like that.
Did Dion play both ways?
Not like that.
Not like this.
We're not talking about like that.
Okay.
We saying, can we get a sample of offense and he play defense? We
Why,
like to see him.
But Charles Woodson did
I
that.
agree with that.
That's
The
what I'm saying.
big deal is the fact that how he's doing it so elite, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Doing
He
it such
takes
a
every snap. The dude
He's
said he
like,
gets like 2 minutes.
he's like Otani. He's like
that
Otani
in
right
the
now. He's
NFL
doing
is
it
just
on
too much.
both
Yeah,
sides.
it's true.
I think it's a little
I mean,
bit
Crazy level.
They saying it's too much right now, though, but I think he's going to be one of those players that they'll give him an opportunity, just like Otani. That's a perfect example.
He's playing 18 to 22-year-old kids and young men versus being across the line from a 28-year-old dude who's been doing burpees in the morning every day since he got out of college. It's just a different game. So
You're right, but they're gonna give him. I bet you they give him the opportunity, though.
Okay.
A sample of offense,
what's crazy
and defense, because we also want to see longevity. Because without longevity, you can't get to the Hall of Fame.
Right, we've seen
He's a
Hunter.
Hall of Fame caliber player,
We've
so we don't want to
seen-
waste it on 4 years and then he's done.
Defensive player, but sample offense. I agree with that.
I agree with that.
We've
But hold
seen
up, though. Where's the money at, though? He's gonna go wherever the money's at. I think he's gonna try to play receiver first, and then try to play defense.
No, he's a number one DB off the board. There ain't no money.
That's what I was about to say. If
Probably
the
wide receiver too, though.
If the season stopped today and he's the number one player off the board, who hasn't won a game yet?
Jacksonville. Ugh.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
So now he's going to
I would wish that
Jacksonville.
on nobody.
I agree.
That's a need of an overhaul.
And
I
is he
mean,
going
my
to
worst enemy
Jacksonville
had that.
to be their number one receiver or their lead safe? Like,
Yeah, they don't have a. Who's the receiver?
Kirk.
Christian Kirk.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, he's decent, but yeah, he beat
They
it
got
up. That's a
they
good
got
call, though.
Brian
They got
Thomas,
Kurt. They got
Brian
Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
They
Brian
got-
Thomas. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be good.
They just need a whole everything else.
Yeah.
Sunshine State will be going to him.
A GM.
Like,
I mean,
the
I
way
can't
that's
tell
going,
you.
Everything else.
Hey, they might need to draft the
Everything
coach.
else.
We drafting the coach number one.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So I want to go across. Yes or no? Colorado going to a bowl game. MH,
Yeah.
CJ,
Yep.
Blake,
Yeah.
Gene.
Yep.
Okay. We consistent, Brian.
I think so.
Okay, the
I
6
think
wins.
so.
Now, I just want to put in something before I finish today. Is they were at the same point last year.
I know. I'm trying to look up their schedule right now while you're talking.
It was at the same point at this time.
No,
last
that's
year.
why I said what I said. I said,
But the best player, we just talked about the
Six.
best player. He was hurt this time last year.
True, that's true too. But I also want to go back to Gene's comment last year that has had his age. Some comments age well. So last year I think it was 5 or 6, Gene. So I think they get 6, maybe 7, because they're not in the Pac-12. Sadly to say, the Pac is over. But because they don't have to face that gauntlet down the stretch, they have a better chance of making 6 wins this year than last year. Last year, when you looked at that schedule, after they got out of the Colorado States, it was like, shit, it's a toss-up.
Their team is better too, though. Like all the way around.
I don't think it is. I think
their team is better. Their team is better. They're a better team, but not where it counts. On the
they're still terrible.
They only need 2 more wins.
Why are they terrible?
Same thing last year. And who said they're terrible?
Yeah, I mean, the O-line is the most. Hey, they're terrible because they have the most hit and the most sacked quarterback in the NCAA for 2 years running, and he's.
But they also have the most pass attempts. I mean, that's just.
Hey, MH, if you're good at what you do, that don't mean you got to be last or first in the worst stat too. I'm just saying.
They got the most.
They got to run the ball more.
They have. You didn't see the last game?
This last game they finally did.
They've improved every game. Y'all gotta watch the game.
I've been watching the game.
I was like, I don't trust the UCF game because the UCF didn't practice 2 times that week because of the hurricane.
All right, let me finish going down. So, International, 2 more wins. They got it. They're going to a bowl game.
No, they're going to a bowl.
I'm pulling for them. Yeah, I think they got that. I think they're
CEO?
eligible.
I just checked their schedule. They only have 1 ranked team.
Exactly. I just looked at
the
it.
schedule. I think they can make a. I think they can make a bowl game.
Hey, CEO, this year at the same time they had about 5 ranked opponents to play down the stretch in that pack.
Don't make it
So
seem
that's
like
what-
they don't have a cupcake
What-
schedule.
what
This stuff,
all
Kansas,
blown out
Oklahoma
either.
State as well.
Oh,
And
no.
Arizona's rookie ball.
So
They're
that's
not playing. They're not playing.
They have
clubs.
Kansas State. They have Arizona.
It's a dub.
They have Cincinnati.
That's
a dub.
They have
That's
Texas,
That's a toss-up.
Texas Tech.
That's a dub.
They
That's a
have
dub.
Utah.
That's a loss.
Like 2. Sorry, they have 2 ranked teams.
They have
Utah
Kansas.
might be out.
They'll beat
They won't
Kansas.
beat Utah.
They have Oklahoma State.
They'll beat them too.
Probably beat them.
They'll beat them too.
The Big 12 championship.
They tie for first in the Big 12 right now.
She said the Big 12 championship. She said you said that in
There
there.
it is. All right, so I take it that you're saying they're going to make a bowl game.
Because as they will tell you, Brian, I am Dion. I'm stuck. I'm for Dion.
I'm with you, sister. I'm with you.
I am too.
Like playoffs.
Hold on, wait.
Playoffs?
Young MP.
Playoffs?
They make a bowl game.
And the
They ain't making
said
playoffs.
it's going
You're
to be
not
a
making
blockbuster
playoffs.
bowl.
MH, you serious right now? Playoffs?
If they
Playoffs.
go to
Playoffs.
the championship,
Hey, what's the other
Write
one?
it down.
They are.
The Big 12 champion get automatic bid.
They make
Yes,
playoffs. They're
the
gonna
Big
get
12
embarrassed.
Big 12 champion get automatic bid.
yes,
Playoffs.
yes.
Playoffs.
He tripled. I don't know
It's
about
an
MH.
automatic bid.
If
I don't
they
got
make
no
Kansas
the
State
playoffs,
game is
they
gonna be the
will get
telltale game.
embarrassed. I'm telling you now.
Playoffs?
It will be another TCU out here playing Georgia. They will get rocked.
Rock.
Oh,
Okay.
They get
Hey, Dion might not show up because you know he don't
They make
subject
playoffs,
his
they're gonna be
voice to
embarrassed.
that beat down when he knows his line ain't ready.
What's the
That's
next
fine.
They're going
topic?
to get rocked.
playoffs.
Playoffs. We don't know.
Is
All
your
right,
next
man.
topic who's going to the playoffs? Is that your next topic?
You know he's number 1 on that list.
Well,
Number 2 on that
We gotta
list
get it.
now.
We gotta. Yeah, that's gotta be next month. That's,
Hey, well, I'm gonna go ahead and
We
stake my,
need a little more
stake my
time
claim.
on that, right?
I'm gonna
Let's.
stake my claim right here, right now. Hook 'em
Oh, who
horns,
you
baby.
got,
You know what
youngin?
it is.
Excuse me.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
I'm with you.
Boo.
Yeah,
If,
yeah. It's been 15 years in the making. Fuck
We
them,
know.
bro.
We know how long it's been. We know how dusty.
I mean,
y'all
it's been a lot of
Hey,
of Ferrari
look,
payments.
Hold up.
Yeah. We
Hold
know
up.
how dusty y'all
Hold
been.
up. Don't let your Heisman Trophy last year. Don't let that get you here. Y'all are ass.
Baby.
Y'all
Let
are
me tell
not
you
ass.
something. Let me tell you something.
Not
One
like
thing
us.
for certain, 2 things
For
for
real.
sure. The only thing that I ask is that Dallas Cowboy shirt that you got on. That's the
Hold
only
on. Hold on.
Hey,
Hold on.
that's a
Who y'all just lose to?
now that's a fact.
Y'all had a good game against us if you're a Saints fan, which I'm
Number
assuming.
2, here's the thing. You got to know your research. They will tell you I'm not a Saints fan. I love the Saints, but that's not who
What's
I
your
go
team?
hard for.
Who you go hard for? I need to know.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, y'all just got rocked by the
Baby,
Bucs.
wait, you lost 44 to fucking 19 to Rock?
This is fucking Mayfield.
FCC.
Baker and Vita rocked y'all.
Did you
That's
say somebody
fine.
got rocked?
Y'all got stumped by the Bucks.
Guess what? It's
Jalen Hurts. Why?
you have all your team there and you still suck.
Hey, no, we don't.
Who's missing?
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Who's missing of
Michael Parsons?
note?
The whole defensive line is missing.
Or running back
the whole
that they should have
defensive
picked,
line
or
is-
anybody else that they should have picked up off season.
Next time.
That's a big note of agreement for me.
Oh, it's a note of agreement, like Derrick Henry running all over y'all ass.
Hey,
Y'all
hey,
support
hey,
him.
hey,
What you want to do?
What
you want to do, player?
Pause.
It's a bigger note of
Pause.
agreement.
Pause.
Jerry could have.
Go to the
What
next
you
one.
want to do, player?
All right, let's change it up really quick with our Las Vegas Aces. Let's jump over to the WNBA.
Blake Star, my boy.
All right, so well, first, we big up the Aces here on Black and Sports, all women's sports. So shout out to Asia Wilson, just making records happen, man. The scoring title or record she broke this year, and being a 3-time MVP, man. That's just big, especially with all the other noise up there. But shout out to Caitlin Clark. What she did, good rookie of the year, just overall. But we're in the stretch, man. So anybody got a team that they're following that they're rooting for? Because we're definitely hoping that the days.
And mate, why are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
So, you know why I'm laughing at you.
I can't stand Clayton Clark or her little raggedy ass fans.
Wow.
So I take it you feel a way about Angel Reese being fourth in the rookie voting?
I'm not
think
even
that was
feeling
off?
way about her being fourth.
Okay.
Wait, she was fourth?
I am, because she should have been at
She
least
should have been second.
We know, but they
In the
gonna try
rookie
to
vote?
say
No, the rookie vote hasn't came out yet.
they gonna say her ribs
Injury.
and she didn't play them last games, and that's fine.
Yeah,
But the
injury.
thing that I have the biggest issue with is y'all trying to make it seem like Caitlin Clark did this all by herself. We didn't
She
even
did.
know who she was. What?
She did.
She did.
She
She
played
did
them
what by
games.
herself?
She played them games.
You did.
We didn't even know who Caitlin
No,
Clark
you
was. till
didn't
we-
even know.
Wait.
Me, who was working for the Final Four all those years for the girls and guys, knew who was the
Gee,
draw since the
this-
sophomore
this-
year.
We've been
Gee,
knowing this.
She ain't won shit. What
It
are
don't
we
matter. She
talking
was the
about
draw.
here?
No, but we've
It
been.
don't matter. Like, nah,
We've been-
It doesn't matter. She was
I'm
the
just
draw.
talking about her
Ever,
winning
ever since
rookie of the
Paige
year.
Becker got hurt, man.
Right
She was the
there.
great white. She was the great white
Ever
hope,
since,
man.
ever since
But here's
Paige
the
Beckers
thing.
got hurt her freshman year, Caitlin Clark was been the draw from her sophomore year
Hey,
to
No.
she slid
She
right
was
on
the
in.
draw in Iowa. She wasn't the
No,
draw
she was
nowhere
a draw
else.
everywhere. She was
she
our biggest
wasn't.
draw for
No, she wasn't.
every
Why you
home,
say
every
that?
game for NCAA.
And guess
She
what?
from her
Until
sophomore year to her
Angel
senior.
Reese, until Angel Reese
Because
did
I
this
was
to her,
running
she
it. I'm the
wasn't even
ticket
thinking
guy
about
for
her ass. Get out of here.
I'm gonna say this.
No,
What's up to
you.
you?
No,
Hey,
you.
hey,
Say
go
you.
Until Angel Reese
You.
did this, nobody was talking about Angel Reese.
No.
Right.
What?
Right.
Nobody was
know
talking about
that.
Angel Reese.
No,
the way-
I'm an
even
LSU
say that.
fan,
the
and
way
I
they
knew
did
who Reese was.
after that moment. After that moment, they weren't talking about her the same as they did before. Clayton Clark was the biggest ticket in women's college basketball.
Ever.
From her
No, she
sophomore
was
year
not.
to her
Ever.
senior. Yes, she was. I was
Let's-
running it.
Ever.
You tell me, and I saw the numbers every day, and I
Excuse
knew who was
me.
the biggest draw.
Here's what y'all got to understand.
I don't
Did
care.
folks
I
like
was
her
running
in
it.
Iowa? Of course they did.
Nah,
Did
not.
folks care about her in Iowa?
Ivory, let me slow this down for you. Jean was running it. Jean saw the numbers every day.
Gene, I
Her
don't trust
freshman
you.
year,
I
it
don't
was
trust
Paige
you
Beckers.
running
Is
shit.
I
the
don't
Lulu
care. I'm the
delusional?
king of this.
Gene,
There's
I
only
don't
one
trust
king of
you
this.
Yeah.
It's
running
me.
shit.
I'm the highest grossing event person in the world. It's me.
In the
And
world,
from a
Craig.
freshman
That's
year-
who in the
Like,
world,
from a
Craig.
Because it's true. Look at the numbers. The
world,
numbers
Craig.
don't lie. It'll tell you Gene is the highest grossing person other than in sports, not named Taylor Swift.
Wow.
I'm the draw.
Let's do this.
Freshman
Okay.
year,
Let's
freshman
put
year,
this
it
back.
was Paige Beckers.
No, right.
From
And no one
sophomore
was.
year to senior year, it was all.
All right,
Caitlin
go one at a
Clark.
time. Go one at a time. One at a time.
Can I just say something really quick? Just
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's easy to get 20 rebounds a game when you miss 15 layups and get your own bounce. That's not bad.
Wow.
When you're
That's
standing there,
crazy.
towering
Wait,
over
wait,
other
still
people
hard.
Hey,
like
No,
you
boys
should
and
have said
picking
I
up
have
your
some
own
shade.
No, it's not.
That's still hard.
Throw a little
No, it's
shade.
not.
no shade, but
No, it's not.
you
Little
pick
shade, a
up
lot of
4 or
shade.
5
And it's
rebounds.
easy to
I mean,
get, and it's
shade.
easy to lead the league in turnovers when you're a ball hog and you're selfish, right? Or we ain't talking about that.
Now hold on. I don't know about
Nah,
the
she ain't
turnovers,
self-
man. Like just
she
the
ain't
late, because like I see the hoop guy,
Have you
the
watched
point
the
guy,
games?
the point guy been throwing some dimes.
You
and they
sure?
just be
And they
missing.
just
Yes.
dropping them.
Like,
But
so she
here's my
be putting
thing.
some cold
The thing
things.
that's
She
so
not
funny is,
selfish. So.
before last year's Final Four, Caitlyn had never beat Angel, and they played 4 times before we did this to her. So that's number one. Number two, the biggest thing is all of her fans, and it feels like some of y'all are, been writing checks with y'all ass that her ass got the cash, and she ain't even. Like, how do y'all even put her in the GOAT conversation? She's
We
won
didn't put her in
nothing
the
but
GOAT conversation.
I ain't say
You took it too far.
Yeah, I just want to ask. I don't know if anybody's put her in that category.
No.
Yeah, just-
I didn't say that.
Oh, none of you black men have put her in that category?
No.
See,
It's a rookie of the year.
This is
Time
team
out.
playing morals.
Yes, yes.
Time out. Time out.
Can we
I
all
was-
agree
I
that we
was
have
gonna
sex
ask-
with the biggest draw?
I was gonna ask, but now I do not have to ask.
No.
Because our black asses is clearly why she don't like Clayton Clark. If you're just looking at her game alone,
That's another
no way you can
podcast.
talk about
No.
her. There's no way you can talk about her.
DJ,
That's
DJ,
another podcast.
stop it, man. That's a therapy conversation, man.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
do
another
that on
podcast.
here.
I'm
Don't do
just
that on
saying.
here.
I'm just saying.
I
There's no
never
way.
said. Whoa! I never said she wasn't a good player.
She's a great basketball player.
Great player.
DJ,
She's a nice rookie.
Spend 160 an hour,
She's a
man.
great
Slow
player.
down.
She's a
Slow
nice
down.
rookie.
Ivory, she's not a good player. Like
She's a nice rookie.
she's
She
not.
ain't won nothing yet.
What's
Nothing
she first
but
team
won.
out? No, hold on.
You know how many great plays ain't never won nothing?
Guess
lot.
what? So you're
a lot
not
of
really that great.
It's like, we
gotta go. I was with you. I was rolling.
Wait. We gotta go. Wait. Let's get in here. Let's get in here.
We gotta go. We gotta
Like
go.
a team level take is.
I had
CJ,
I had one final comment. Kind of going full circle to the WNBA. You know, MH and I was talking the other time about just the Knicks and stuff. But yo, if you're a New York fan, this is just a great time to be a New York fan. Overall, the Yankees are crushing it. They
just clinched today.
Mets, baby.
Won the AL.
Just clinched today.
Mets clinched today. You know what I mean? The Knicks are looking like championship contenders.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the Liberty, who are already one game up in the semifinals. Like, this is great. This is great to be a New York fan. I just want to say that for anybody from New York, you know, that's watching or on the call.
You ain't say nothing about
CJ, you put money on the Knicks winning it?
No, I'm not putting money on the Knicks.
Hey, it feels very Cowboy-esque.
Yeah, they win
You ain't
say nothing about the Giants.
We're not that bad. We're not that bad.
All right. Hey, I love you all, but if we don't find some way to talk, we can't hear everybody.
I just want to say the Knicks love the trade, but it just feels a lot like fluff. It just feels like one more guy that won't show up in the playoffs, who hasn't shown up in the playoffs, and you get a lot more of the same thing. Knicks fans hyped up, the Garden is sold out, and then sometime around the middle of the second round of the playoffs, everybody start writing Knicks off, and we start talking about who really can win it out of the East.
Let me just ask you one question. What would you say the Knicks' downfall was last season in the playoffs?
That they coach ran them into the ground, and by the time they got deep in the playoffs, nobody had gas left in the tank.
Embiid didn't pull Mitchell Robinson down. We didn't see Jalen Brunson like break his wrist. Like
too many hurt players.
And life is a game of percentages. The more you're out there, the more likely something like that will happen. So if we start to, and I'm not a fan.
Excuse me.
What about game 68 when they was maxing out minutes?
Tibbs gotta go. This is not even for discussion. Tibbs gotta go. Tibbs, and let me tell you why. And as a diehard Knicks fan, let me tell you exactly how this trade and the writing is on the wall for Tibbs. So the Knicks probably haven't been this young and this deep at the same time in a long time, right?
Sure.
In the trade, the first round draft pick that they sent to Minnesota was protected. And whose pick is that? Detroit. Which means it's probably going to be a lottery pick, which means Worldwide West and the boys they made a brilliant move because that means the Knicks get to keep it, and they'll probably get, clearly one of the top tier. It's supposed to be a really good draft coming out next year, right? So we'll have the pick of the litter, especially if it's a lottery pick. Tibbs does not develop young players, and he don't got more, and he don't play no deeper than 7. So you know what that means? He got to go.
Preach.
He got to go.
Yo, so I'm gonna say this. My biggest, I feel the part of like him playing the players, and I don't like the rotation of only being 7. And he playing players too much. I don't like that. But my biggest issue with Tibbs is that he never held Randall accountable. And Randall would pout. Randall would argue with refs. He would be giving up layups. And I don't see that same thing with Cat, like being that type of player. Like Cat, I feel like he's not a great defender. He's not a great defender, but he's not like a complainer. He's not that type of guy that complaining like how Randall was or like how Melo was.
He's not on the same level, but he's definitely in at ground zero because that dude.
Are they going to let Cat shoot threes?
Get up. He's a really nice kid. He's from North Jersey.
He's soft.
He's not soft. He'll be back playing.
And that's where I was going with the whole 3-point conversation. You got a big man.
They needed a stretch big. They needed that. That was
we got way better. He's an amazing talent. He's way better than Randall. That's not up for discussion. I'm just talking about character-wise and like temperament-wise. Dude, soft.
Y'all not gonna beat my Sixers, so let's move on.
Been there, done that.
And B won't even be.
Hold on, MH, man, you've been quiet, man. You've been quiet. I need you to say something for your Knicks, man. He said on our line, on our shows, man. What's going on?
I think Tibbs is fine. First of all, number one job of a coach is to create an identity. The Knicks have had an identity since Tibbs has got there. There was no identity before him.
Agreed.
Number 2, the Boston Celtics just won with the greatest 6 or whatever you want to call it. 6 players in their rotation. Maybe they went to 7, but for the most part, they played 6 people in the rotation. They just won an NBA championship. So the 7 to 8 people that the Knicks will play in the rotation, that's fine. And to the comment of him not developing young talent, I think that's very incorrect. They got a guy named Deuce McBride that's on his 2nd contract that's going to be a rotational player. Mitchell Robinson was a 2nd-round draft choice that didn't go to college. Somehow he's still in the league producing as a defensive big. And the reason why they got those other pieces because the young talent that they traded away, RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes, all those other guys. That's why they got the talent. That's all development inside the Knicks. That has nothing to do.
The only reason why we saw Isaiah Hartenstein and we saw Dante DiVincenzo and we saw Deuce McBride is because of the injuries. He wasn't playing them before.
No. That's incorrect.
He was not playing them before. Dante was
Isaiah Hartenstein. What? No, they picked Dante DiVincenzo to be he was a mid-level exception pick salary. So
y'all didn't even let y'all.
Let me ask you this. Who was iHeart before he got in the Tom Thibodeau system? Who was that?
He was a big-time player for the Cavs, and he was like the 7th man, he was like the 2nd man off the bench.
Thank you.
Hey, man, NBA not till 2 months, man. What are we doing?
That's my point. So what I'm saying is,
we are going to see Sunday. Knicks is back Sunday, not 2 months.
We're going to see the best. We're going to see the best basketball.
It's not even after the All-Star break.
Exactly.
Why are we talking about this?
Y'all didn't even let Villanova get their shine on.
So long.
I know. I got to wear it one time for just.
Have my moment.
Just for me, yeah.
Yeah, y'all didn't even let Villanova get their shine on. Get out of here.
We're gonna see the best of Cat this year. I put it that way.
MH, y'all coming out the East?
I hope.
Out the East. I already put time off at work in June.
No,
we already out there.
No,
I already called time out.
Hey, he going fishing for this.
Embiid won't even be available come playoff time.
Neither will
Paul George will
and
be
guess
too.
what? Neither will Cat.
So Paul George will be too.
Neither
You know
will
who
Cat.
will be available come playoff time?
You said what?
Neither
You
will
know
Cat.
who will be available come playoff time?
Who's
that?
Look at motherfucking Doncic.
Oh boy,
That's out the way.
I hope he lose some weight.
I got the Knicks making it to the finals. Just to get
I hope he's working on his slide step so he can play some defense.
5-9. I don't need him to play defense, but I need him to play defense.
No defense is not in his contract.
And play his little defense when he wants to, because you see, obviously, it worked. Kind of.
What I did see was a grown man having other grown men say, "Throw me the ball, he's on me," and then they worked him. They worked him like AAU clinic.
Hey, yeah, it worked until it didn't.
Maybe if he lose some weight.
Mute, man.
I was just saying, pause. I don't know.
You got the softest big man on your team. Okay, You can
This
look
that's
at.
out of bounds.
Guess what?
Look at him.
That's out of bounds.
Guess what?
What?
And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Guess what? Y'all
He
aren't
loves
making
us.
it anywhere.
He loves us, and we love him.
I don't know why.
That analogy is comedy.
We love
Cat
we love
is
us.
soft.
Yeah,
And
that's
we love
if you're
And
not
as,
reading
and
that,
as a
that's
Philly
hilarious.
That
fan,
analogy
and guess
is
what?
funny.
As a Philly fan, no one likes us, and we don't care. So
And as a
It's
Philly
not that
fan, you'll
nobody
be
likes y'all.
disappointed again
Nobody
this
really
year.
thinks
guess
about
what?
that.
Y'all don't like y'all though.
EJ said I can't cuss at y'all no more. So
You
Y'all
can
don't.
try
Y'all
it.
don't.
here.
Thank you,
Y'all
EJ.
don't like y'all. Y'all don't
Oh,
like
we're
y'all.
fine. We
That
are
was the
fine.
FCC saying that.
MH, we're fucking fine. Okay?
Definitely don't like y'all.
Look, MH, let me get through this early ass bye week that I was bitching about when they put the schedule out.
I
Let
got
me
you.
just get
I
through
got
this.
you. Ice up. Ice up.
All right, so let me see if I can take it to a little bit of a somber moment right now to bring us a little kumbaya. We lost a big man today, man. So I saw a lot of you guys put a post. And just I don't know if anybody want to share a moment. You know, we got some people in the H-Town from the H-Town, but I mean, he's iconic, right? Like he doesn't probably get the kudos he needs, you know what I mean? And it's like after you kind of reflect about how he changed the game, and ain't nobody coming in the center when he was down there, boys. So just anything y'all want to share, but rest in peace, Mutombo, man.
Man, I would though, man. As a lifetime Georgetown Warrior fan, him and Mourning down there putting in work. They bought this dude. He had to been the idea for the air up there. Remember that movie with the
Air up there? Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Dolan shake and bake. He couldn't do the Jimmy Dolan shake and bake though. It wasn't him.
Okay, but no. King just came over here. He was already here. They went. John Thompson went over there. It was like, man, y'all got a tall dude over here. And brought him over there and teamed him up with another big animal out there. And I remember the ascension of him in college. Like he was just coming off the bench, just beating it. 5 blocks a game, and then he got more playing time. And now, you know what I'm saying? At the apex of his career, Hall of Famer, man, type, you know what I'm saying, numbers. It was just good to see that grow, man. From I'm just here. I don't know. Everybody know how he used to talk. He ain't know no English. He had 8 names, and I love Mutombo, man. God bless him.
I love it.
Like, hey, I do, man. I don't care how many times he got dunked on. I don't care because he got dunked on a lot.
When he played defense, I mean,
you gotta play defense.
You gotta play defense.
Okay. That's part of the something bad about to happen one way or the other. It's either gonna be bad for me or bad for you, and a lot of times it was bad for them.
I don't want you writing my obituary because I don't know if this was complimentary or not.
No, I mean he's not a
Listen, International. I'm trying to figure out what side of the bitch this is.
I wasn't giving him a no bitch.
Ivory was nice. She kind of dressed good, but sometimes not so much.
Her outfit is nice, but it's too small.
I was thinking the same thing.
Is nice,
that's me being from the North Carolina, Ohio. I'm not gonna lie. He got dunked on.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, did you like him or not?
I love it. I don't mind getting dunked on. That shows a whole bunch of other stuff. You know, if people get out the way now.
Hey, can we get out
the way? Like,
can we cut the part where he was talking about him getting dunked on?
Okay, yeah, we'll edit it.
Right. It was gonna go bad for you or bad for them, and it went bad for them more often. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave all of that.
I'm talking about the mentality. Understand the mentality I'm talking about.
Might be, and I mean, I would probably say easily probably top five best defensive center that the game has ever seen. Top 5. I was gonna say top 3, but that's kind of tough because you got people like Bill Russell.
I mean, you're doing it too, man. You top.
No.
Top 3.
No, top 5 and top 3. I didn't say top 5 or top 20. Top 5 or top 3. Like that's elite. And you know how many big time defensive centers the game has had? Wes Unseld, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Dwight Howard. Like it's a lot. So I'm getting
Dwight Howard's probably
top 5. He's getting like. That's like up there, and he's easily top 3 or top 5, depending on who you're talking to. Greatest defensive centers the game's ever seen.
Yeah,
I'll say from
a true big man.
I'll say from my perspective.
Oh, my fault, Jim.
My perspective, like I had a personal relationship with him when I was with the Rockets. When I say he was like A1, the best person, the best athlete I've ever dealt with in my life.
Can I talk about my personal connection? If he gonna talk about his personal connection,
I mean, I was with him with the Rockets. I don't know. I was there with him, so you probably have your own.
Hey, let's give Ivory the floor so we can hear about her personal interaction.
Yes. So, Mr. International, my very first internship was with the Sixers, and that year that was the one that we finally made it somewhere with him and I. And I remember I was there for that. And then afterwards, when I ran Panini for 10 years, 15 years, I would see him all the time. And then when he got brain cancer, I just stopped working at American Cancer Society. So I mean, I didn't know what we was doing with this, you know.
Yeah. I'm talking about my experience as a Rocket.
Get out of here, Gene.
Like until you had a night at Onyx with Deke, you don't know what you didn't experience anything.
Oh wow, Deke was
a whole nother level.
Yeah, let's not put his business out like that. Let's see you have those experiences.
Can I compare?
You're talking about that. I'm talking about real personal. Like when we were
This is going.
I was there to eat wings, though, right? I was there for the wings.
Look at me. Are we comparing his night at Onyx and my trip to Africa? Are they on the same level, or what are we doing?
I did both.
What did you get? Ivory.
Wait a minute, man. Okay.
Can I tell my story?
What's your story, man? What's your personal story?
I got a personal story too. A little different. But the Dikembe Mutombo, he was drafted by the Nuggets. I grew up in Denver. My first ever autograph. Got a chance to meet him in the back of the Nuggets locker room. Me and my little brother and my older brother. What he did for the city in '94 when they beat the Sonics, the first 8 seed to beat the Sonics in the playoffs. He was like Mr. Colorado. I know he went on to do other great things, but he was great for the city of Denver. So, and anytime hear about somebody's sickness, I always say man. And I feel like he went to heaven on a scholarship. I really do.
If you didn't hit a strip club with a man, MH, we don't want to hear about it, bro.
Yeah, all right, my bad. Y'all can get back to y'all trips. But that was my experience with Dikembe personally.
Any other experience before we get to the next person? I want to see how the fuck this goes. Any other experiences?
Him and I went to Spearmint Rhino once. So.
And I'm definitely about the chicken fingers there, man. Horns up. All right, Derrick Rose, man. So for me, it was interesting how many people showed so much love on their social feeds and had a great outpouring for him. And I just he was, don't get it wrong, he's the youngest MVP, 15-year career, not slated. But I just didn't know, when you think about players that have connections, I didn't know that he had that following. So did D Rose make an impact on? I mean, I know he's a Knicks player, so maybe there's some time with the New York people. But yeah, go ahead, DJ.
I would say I think people's love and affection for Derrick Rose is more so on. Well, I'll just say for me, I think it's on the side that his career was so badly impacted by his injuries. Like we all knew how, he's an absolute killer. He's unguardable, absolute killer, a freakish athlete, highly skilled, super talented, high IQ, and then his career, what his career could have been, gets truncated because of the injuries. And I just think people more so have, I guess, not that they love him clearly as a player, but have a level of sympathy or, for what he had to endure during his whole career. So I think that's where a lot of the love comes from for him.
I second that. I second that with you, DJ. He, other than Grant Hill, probably is the best guy we never got to see reach his max potential in the NBA. And when you think about what he did for the city of Chicago, he was a kid that was Chicago in and out from the boroughs, from the neighborhoods that kids could look up to and say, I can grow up with nothing and be that guy. And he was that for the Bulls and for the NBA. He was a star in his moment. and it was cut short. So when you think about why are people pouring out, I think some of it has to go for sympathy, but he also was the best at what he was doing when he was healthy. Period. And there was nobody else that could carry his jockstrap, the candle, the light, whatever you want to say. He was that guy. And you knew
got another pause on that one.
you knew
I don't want to carry the jockstrap. I just want to put that. We don't want to do that.
Awesome. So, anybody else on Derrick Rose, man?
I think back to small Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau can't ever beat that allegation because of the injury.
That's why I said
seriously. Yeah, seriously.
That's the D Rose.
And that's why.
Imagine his career without Tom Thibodeau.
I mean, that's why Tibbs got that label now. Honestly.
Well, they also had they had to play like LeBron before, you know what I'm saying? Before they again, period. In the sentence, they had to play LeBron.
All right. Prime Video had a new series that dropped this month as well. It's the evolution of the black quarterback with Mike Vick was him and his wife actually executive producing that and just kind of taking that story. Did anybody get a chance to see that? I guess that's where I'll start with. All right. So if you didn't, I would definitely recommend you go see it because the way it was kind of categorized, it was season 1. And so we need us to go view that stuff, support it, tweet it, and do all of that so there can be a season 2 because you can't have the evolution with just one series, right? And there's some people they didn't spend more time with, so they pretty much talked to every black quarterback, starting with the first, and then, you know, the kind of different conversations that we all know what happened to black quarterbacks, right? The label of a, you know, the thug was a nigga, you know, so back to being athletic was how they kind of talked about the quarterbacks. Having them leave their position to play receiver and just kind of like some of the things that they went through. And, you know, I hope you guys go see it, take some time, you know, steal somebody's Prime log on or do a free trial just to watch the show. But we need to make sure we check it, tweet it. Steve Weiss was on the show. Kurt Menifee was on the show, definitely spoke in different kind of aspects of it. And then also people in that Maryland, D.C. Area in the African-American Museum, they actually have a whole section dedicated to sports. So I did not know that. So next trip I get out that way, I definitely want to check out. I mean, just the museum in general, but, you know, as being black in sports, it'd be dope for us to kind of just see what's going on. So definitely check that out. So staying on TV, since nobody really saw that, has anybody seen any other kind of sports documentaries going on, right? So McNair.
I just want to speak on the LSU documentary that's going on.
I was going to say that one for last because that's going to ignite fire, and I want to get through everything. But go ahead, man. You got 2 LSU fans on here.
Well,
so
first and foremost, I just want to say that the show itself is well put together, and the information that you're starting to pick up from that show is a good look. It's interesting to me when you look at the black athlete versus the white athlete and the marketability of them and how much needs to go into that marketability of black athletes in the NCAA right now, and how much it needs to be a part of the education that they get is, hey, you are your name, but your name is a business, and how to take that business to the next level and how to monetize your abilities and your face and your NIL. So if you haven't watched that, the name of it is, what is it?
The Money Game.
The Money Game. Check out The Money Game because there's some real money floating around out there. They got a backup getting big money.
G-Wagons and
the likes. But it's really because the kid learned about marketing himself correctly up front. So when he transitioned to LSU, he already had a following that he was able to monetize it and make things happen. But it's a great documentary on the outside of NIL at a big university right now, because I think that's impacting the game big time.
So I'm an NIL expert. That's what I do with my time. I go around and I teach people how to do it and what's right and what's wrong. And I wish you would have led this conversation, EJ, when we started with UNLV, because they're wrong in so many ways, but that's another story. So they don't call us NFL, LSU, NIL, LSU for nothing. The thing with Livy, that's the little gymnast, she had 1 million followers before she came to LSU. She was homeschooled. She's from Jersey, big up Jersey. And so when she got there, she already knew how to make videos and do content. And that's kind of the first thing that I attempt to teach the athletes is you're not a content creator. They want you to be a content creator, but you're not. So let's do the things that you can do. And the things that you can do is have a clean social media, make it easy for folks to find you. And last but not least, make sure you're always building your brand. And for some athletes, that's the part that's tough because the 3 H's always hold them back. Your homies, your hometown, and you just can't be humble. So unfortunately, when those things happen, you cannot make money and then you don't want to pay your taxes. So that's another story for another day. But the average deal for NIL right now is $62. And that's the reality. When you see something like Money Game, when that's what we do at LSU, there's an office there, there's a vice president, like that's what they do there. It's totally different than when I'm going to these HBCUs, for example, and that's what they look like. And to the point of that we are so behind in that space, and we are so behind on stuff like if I go to LSU and talk, whoever I'm supposed to speak to there, the whole team is there. When I go to HBCUs, it might be 3 kids. And I'm like, so you wasted all of our time by me coming here trying to help you and you're not even paying attention. So it's really intentional. The things that you said, Mr. National, about marketing yourself and branding yourself, that's a part-time job. And either they got me, because this is how I started. I was on campus. I was an advisor. Marcus Spears was my first student, my first client. And so that's literally what it is. It's who is your person that you can go to help you do X, Y, Z, because unless your degree is in engineering, not engineering, computer science or computers or creators, and you know how to make content, you'll never make it. You'll never make it.
That's kind of so what the show was kind of doing. So yeah, definitely. And Ivory, there's a method to my madness. I was bringing up UNLV. That's next, but it got thrown off because someone jumped in and was really excited about it. So go ahead.
I was just real quick. I shout out to LSU. My play nephew just committed on the basketball side, Mozzie Mosley. So he just committed.
How much money did he get?
Huh?
I didn't stutter.
I don't know. I just know he committed. I'm not in his personal business like that. I'm just saying, he committed to LSU.
Hey, CEO, send his email to the thread so Ivy can help the boy out because he should have nothing less than a G-Wagon.
His
minimum
parents,
G-Wagon.
Parents his mom in particular has been in the business, if you will, for a very long time. So she ain't about to have that boy out there looking great.
Look at me. You see how I'm like, how much money? So we could discuss how much he should ask for.
And then we got Andrew say he's doing pretty well, but Ivory, maybe another client for you. Picked up right there.
Wait, no, Andrew said I had crazy takes like Gene. He got to clear that up.
Got some crazy takes.
Well, hey, we got the three H's, so we're gonna roll out. And that was free game given, and there's a possible fourth. So
I definitely thought that was one of them.
I'm about to say I was gonna say Hose, but
Hose is in there for sure.
But here's the thing.
We saw he got game.
I was about to say, you got game. Let us know. The Hose.
Here's the thing. Hose is in there, but the problem with Hose is homies. It's never the kids. Like, think about it. When you see, especially basketball, when you see basketball players out the strip club and they with their people, the person who's the player is not really the problem. It's the friend that they have with them that's supplying all the hose and the weed and all. That's the problem. So it's really not the player. It's the homies.
I don't know. Tell it for John Morant.
Well, that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an exception to every.
John was the problem. John Morant needs to get out of Memphis. That's how.
No, but here's the thing.
And rebrand his career.
He needs to go to a nice, quiet town.
He needs to go
to Minnesota.
In Vermont.
Here's the thing. Ja was never put in place to be that guy. He didn't go. He wasn't the number one player of his class. He didn't go to the best college. He wasn't the number one player in his class. Murray State wasn't even on the list. So when you don't know how to deal with the spotlight because you haven't been brought up in the spotlight, you and your people do crazy things when you get the spotlight. And that's where we're at with John.
But there's this thing.
Well, I agree with Ivory, y'all.
You got 200 million, and you're not from the hood in the first place. Private school, both parents. Yeah, I couldn't be me. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It could be me today. And I'm grown. With a good head on my shoulder.
I mean, everyone says they have a good head on their shoulders.
Got a pistol now.
Right, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Like I say all the time. We have no idea what it. I was literally having this conversation with my mother, ironically enough, and I was like, you can't never judge somebody who got that much money and is that young on anything, on decisions they make, particularly when it comes to women. Like a good-looking dude, just on a humble, can pick what he wants. You got millions of dollars?
So, DJ, that's why for me,
everything's at your disposal.
Yep.
Yes. In 38 states, you are allowed to do NIL in high schools. Mm-hmm. I would rather get kids for 4 years in high school and then get them, if it's basketball, get your one and done out the way. If it's football, I got 3 years with you. So I can at least teach you the red flags. Because for me, that's how they're getting so taken advantage of on red flags. And since we're moving over to UNLV, the thing about it was that I kept trying to tell everyone is, listen, the NCAA violation happened as soon as the coach told the kid how much money he was going to get. And for someone to be like, oh, what's the problem there? I'm like, that's the only thing the NCAA cares about is actually pay for play. Mm-hmm. And when that coach said, we're going to give you 100 racks to come here, the daddy said, okay. The head coach agreed to it on the phone. And folks are like, oh, he didn't get anything in writing. I'm like, the coach ain't going to give you nothing in writing because that's illegal.
Right.
He said it was the assistant coach.
Excuse me. I don't care. I don't care if it was the trainer. I don't care if it was the team priest, the chaplain. I don't care if it was.
To me, I think
management and
to me, I think he lied.
With the UNLV thing, though.
To me, I think he lied.
It's going to be a lie. So he needs UNLV to tank because if UNLV keeps winning, it's going to be an indictment on his career. And it's going to follow
money each win they get, right?
So here's the thing.
Now it's the system. It wasn't him that got them 3-0, right? So which they're 4-0 right now.
So why you are not the quarterback that played for 8 games and got us to a bowl game for the first time in 65 years over the guy who was all about his money?
Here's the thing.
Well, he went to USC. The quarterback last year went to USC.
So here's the biggest thing that I want folks to understand. When the collective jumped out there and said, we didn't offer him any money, I was like, okay, boom, that's another red flag. That's red flag 2. When the school then came out and was like, oh, we felt like he was trying to get us for money, guess what he should have? He should have been trying to get you for money. If he 3-0 and now he finally has an agent and they come back to you and they say, oh, we need 300 stacks to stay, then you give him that 300 stacks. What makes it so absurd to me is I'm like, 100K is kitty change. You ain't making 100K. They asking you for that. Don't y'all know somebody in Vegas that got it in their back pocket? Because guess what? At LSU, the punter is getting that kind of money. What?
Yeah, we saw it on the
on. Hey, y'all got a good punter though. The punter is pretty good though.
Ramos is good, but I'll take a step back. The little boy that's sitting on the bench, he getting that kind of money. But the biggest issue to me is why UNLV are you on the Summer Jam screen over 100K?
Hey EJ, what did I message you when all this was going down?
That we got that back. I believe that he's that boy the truth.
Hodge was already the better quarterback, and they knew that. Hodge was the better quarterback, and they knew that.
And Hodge came in there and showed his ass off this weekend.
They knew what they had. Like, yeah, you can try to go for more money, but if I know I got a backup better than you, I'm not paying you that.
But here's the thing.
But question though is, but aren't they going to pay to play? They just don't have it situated, right? Like that's what the next step is, right?
I think that's my take on it right there. Like
this year, it was the House settlement. The House versus NCAA.
She know more about this than I do. I don't know about nothing.
Well, it's the House.
Well, that's because you didn't take that Africa trip, bro. If you get over them Africa trips.
I'm about to say the House versus NCAA settlement is what it's going to say is once it gets flushed out, schools are going to be able to pay players next year. When that happens, NIL is still, and it's through a revenue share, it's going to be $20 million per school. You can go up to it. The headache is going to happen when someone like me has to sit down and decide how we're going to play each sport and each player. But NIL is still going to come into play because the brands who are actually doing it well and still want to do deals with these kids, that's going to happen too. But where are these folks getting this money from? That's where it's going to get ugly.
Drug money. It's all good.
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Them boosters, hey, look,
somebody gonna
them
get
boosters
indicted.
that's doing them boosters that's doing that whole Brett Favre thing with different states. That's where they getting their money from. They
Or the
getting that
boosters,
out the
or the
state.
boosters that was at them Diddy parties.
That's
They
what I'm
gonna, they
saying.
gonna be
Somebody gonna
paying
get
you.
indicted.
I thought we was gonna get out of here without a Diddy joke. We got a Diddy joke.
Different story, mate.
It's gonna be a lot of hush money moving around in a minute. So
Now, for real, just on the aspect, because I don't know, I don't work in that type of the NIL business or anything like that. Like for the lames, I move one pile of rocks to the next pile of rocks and then back and forth. That's all. I don't know nothing about that. But what I do know is that that's just one more thing. And you talking about in high school, 30? How many? You say 30-some states?
37.
Now, what that is that's just another thing because these kids don't know. I can only imagine being like a 15-year-old kid, like a freshman, sophomore, and now somebody coming up talking about trying to give you some money, and it's so, and then the parents and they don't know. It's so many people that's not hip to the you know what I'm saying, the program. I wouldn't know. I would take if Jones Potato Chip was like, man, he go $1,000 and like 50 bags of chips. I'm in 10th grade. I'm gonna take it.
And I would say yes.
I don't know no better. I don't know no better.
I would say take that.
I'm gonna eat this anyway.
I'm 18.
Yeah. I'm
These kids locked up through NFL and they don't
want a
know it.
car. 15 of them want bags of chips. Like you said, it's about what's important. He don't know no better. His parents don't know no better. It's good. Now that's one thing that people got to get educated more on. That's just another thing that you got to teach a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old, let alone how to deal with the police and how to deal with white folks. Now you got to deal with NIL money.
So that's actually
it's good though.
That's how UNLV got in trouble because as I followed the path of it, the dad was the one who negotiated first. Then an agent came on. And I keep trying to tell these kids, if your daddy is a postmaster, if your daddy move rocks from one side to the other side, your daddy don't need to be in the room negotiating nothing.
Well, all I want is a Corvette.
I will make sure you
and a couple bags of chips.
Hey, give me one of Ferrari's chips is going out.
We need more Ferrari.
We need more Ferraris. Go to Texas, get you a Ferrari, like you said, right?
I'm just saying, we need more people to educate because I would have to say that if my son, you know what I'm saying, or grandson, whatever, come, or he's 8, I'm gonna have, let me know I can get him on now. We need these NIL deals right now. 3rd grade.
But Blake, I'm gonna say this.
Finger paint going on. Crayola.
Here's the trouble. Here's the trouble. Now, so clearly Ivory does this, so she's like personally like educated on how this goes, right? But at the same time, and this is the saddest thing that I see, and it's not just amongst our people. This is human beings in general. The same shit we on right now to do this podcast is the same place they got the answers that you need for questions. But people ain't gonna do that.
Let me tell you.
You can just Google. You can Google this. This is not like some secret handshake, members only like information. You could Google this shit.
The biggest pushback I get is actually from AAU coaches.
Well, AAU is trash, but that's a whole other conversation.
But
that's a illegal place as well.
I say that to y'all.
HBO did a movie on that as well.
I say that to y'all because
I played for Brooklyn USA, and that was one of the most notorious, wretched ass fucking AAU programs ever.
And that's why I say it to y'all. I mean, literally, it was 5 different Power 5 schools that wanted to hire me as their GM this year because they're like, we're tired of talking to. If you could just come in here and all the AAU coaches and all the parents and come talk to you about money and you negotiate that for us, we would do it. And to me, I'm like, I can't come in and be your proxy if the white man who runs your collective is going to tell me how to spend this money.
Boom. That's an issue.
There it is.
All right, so back to so kind of in that same vein of giving game, and like that's why I love this kind of forum, right? Because we all touch different people, and it's great to have Ivy who's done this. I should have pulled up her show. You can check out her show. She was one of our esteemed guests on the show. But definitely follow her social media for those kind of those tips. And if you ever kind of run across that, you got someone you can reach out to. Another thing I want to highlight is we had an amazing person in episode 10 of this season. Eve's black man, black creator. He's a co-founder of this amazing app called Vestable. And it's about it's a fintech, right? So it's a financial technology that he's created that you can invest in athletes, right? So it's just something like we talk about that you don't know about. I'd say go listen to that episode and then just kind of go just kind of follow his social, because he's on the cutting edge of something that could be revolutionary and give us all a chance to be a part of something when it's starting. So go see the episode. I'm not going to really talk much more about it because I'm just trying to push y'all to where some great content is. I don't want to waste too much time here. Just want to kind of open it up soon for you guys. But yes, Vestable, check it out. Basically a platform where you can invest in your favorite player. And as they do good, you can do good. It's just like the stock market. So go check that out.
Before we jump on NIL, anybody up on a Reggie Bush situation?
He's not going to win.
Yeah, I ain't much on it, but he's not going.
He's suing everybody.
Okay, so let's do this.
Oh, wow.
He should have never got his Heisman back.
Whoa.
Cut
the show.
Let her explain this. Let her explain.
Okay, because the Heisman actually came back through the Heisman Committee. The Heisman Committee and the NCAA are two totally different things. If it was up to the NCAA, he would have never got that trophy back.
That's why he got it back.
Because what he did was illegal. Now they're not going to let him win this case either, because then that means every other athlete's going to come back and sue, and they're not going to open up those cans of worms.
I agree, but
it's too much cans of worms. Like that just
I agree with that, but he won the Heisman, though.
He did win it, but guess what? If I was his people, and I say you'll hear me say this all the time, like Hoosier me, I would have been like OJ. They would have never took that trophy from me.
Well, that part.
Yeah, you should have hit that in your basement.
You want that bronze medal? You ain't getting that bronze. You ain't getting that.
You want to come get it? Chitty bang bang.
You ain't getting no medal.
You ain't getting that bronze medal.
You ain't getting them dead ass flowers they hand me when it's over. You ain't getting none of that.
You can take whatever you want out the hall, but this shit here staying with me, player.
Stay with me. As soon as they heard rumors of that, they should have hit that shit. Think about it. OJ ain't never gave that thing back.
So did OJ sell it?
Oh no, he hit it.
He hit it.
He hit it.
And the streets say that it's in the grave.
Good for him. Good for him.
That's an OJ move right there.
Good for him.
Look,
I bet everything.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here.
I'm leaving with something.
The streets say it's in the casket.
I love it. All right. Another thing out. I don't know if people game on it, but the Cos. I'm maybe pronouncing it wrong. Gee, you may know what the hell this thing is, but the new stadium thing, right? So there's a Cos in Dallas, Cosm, or if you pronounce it Cosm, in Dallas and one in LA, where they kind of viewing these games. They got one in Dallas, young nephew. You heard about it? Or you been to it yet?
I have not been to it. It's kind of expensive for the UFC.
Okay.
It was $300 for a table. For a regular game. I mean, it's not terribly priced, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna spend that shit.
It's terrible. And when you go there, sit on the second level.
If it's like like a virtual experience that kind of makes you feel like you're in the arena.
It's like if the Sphere was personal, right? Like if you had personal seating at the Sphere at the screen,
I got you.
It's like that, but on a smaller scale.
Yeah, I saw that online.
But I mean, me and my boy Drew, we're gonna go sometime this season, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll spin the block back on the live and let you know how it is.
It's a nice setup.
They put one out.
Which one did you go to? You going, Ivy? Which one did you go to?
Remember, I lived in Dallas for 15, so I did my time. So when it first opened up, I had a tour of it, and now they're trying to go back and forth with making sure they're able to get all of the
Auntie Ivory, I'm in Dallas. TTI. Which next time you out here,
No, you have on that bullshit TNT.
I won't wear no affiliation.
CJ, what would you say?
He gonna show with an I Love New York t-shirt on.
Yeah.
I was saying they putting one out here. They building the whole Cincinnati around Mercedes-Benz Stadium, kind of getting ready for the World Cup. So they're going to be putting a Cosm out here amongst many other things, but that's going to be another.
Sell my soul for World Cup tickets.
And Young EP, you said kind of like the sphere, and that's what's kind of crazy because we do have the sphere here in Las Vegas, and it doesn't seem like that's moving as fast as Cosmos moving. And I don't know if it's because of, well, I'm pretty sure it's because of the build out, right? Because the sphere is inside and outside, and it's that kind of frontage of space it takes to kind of build one of those. Yeah. But I think they are opening one in Dubai. I think is the next sphere that's been launched.
How much did it cost to make? It was like, I don't know.
Wait,
there's like 15 million LEDs.
The MSG sphere,
it was a lot of money.
I can't even imagine.
They still in the red.
Oh, of course. They're going to be in the red forever. Years. Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, unless they open it up to do more events such as UFC or something like that, I don't see them ever. It'll obviously happen.
I'm gonna say this. This is the struggle. This is the
YouTube concerts aren't going to cut. They're not making money.
But this is the struggle with it. I think the sphere.
The Beagles
from an idea standpoint, I think it's amazing, right? I think it's a dope idea. The problem is we don't have enough creative acts to take full advantage of that. Like I look at that sphere and I imagine, the likes of what a Michael Jackson would do in there, right? Yeah. But like the people who really have always pushed the envelope, we don't have a large quantity of those acts anymore. That just the reason last time I was out there, EJ, I was trying to get tickets, but my schedule was too crazy. The Grateful Dead performed there. Like I know they were going to put on an amazing show in a sphere like that, right? The George Clintons, like people who are just who are going to give you shows and give you performances that are going to like attack all your senses, especially visually. We don't have
like so you can't. Sexy Red can't pull it off.
Hell
no. You can't book.
I'm joking.
And I love Jay. You can't book a Jay-Z in there.
It has to be someone who's a full-fledged
artist,
entertainer. You can't put Jay in there, but you can put B in there.
You can put B in there.
I heard B was in the conversation of getting that residency.
Yeah, you can definitely put her.
Yeah, because it's someone who's going to have a full entertainment show.
But it's just we don't have enough of them for that to be
a sustainable business. You know who can do that? Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but do you think he'd be able to
sell out?
Sell tickets. He's not
absolutely. He's selling out that. It's only 18,000 people.
He's
selling that shit out like that. It's a very small
residencies.
I've never seen him.
I'm not saying like on a residence scale.
But eventually they go. The reason right now they can't get a lot of acts in there is because of that TMA deal. Where they have like a Live Nation AEG deal, so they're getting all the acts to go there first. They got first right of refusal.
Live Nation.
Hey, Blake was like, "Hey, can I get a breakdown of what the TNA
means?" It's basically a first right to refusal deal. So that's the only reason the Spears getting acts. They have to do it as a residency. They can't do like a running tour where a tour can just stop there.
Blake, that makes me smile.
As the deal, so
Blake, that makes
Live
me
Nation
smile.
is trash.
What? That I don't know shit?
That you don't know.
But you ask.
But you're not acting like you know, and you're asking questions.
No.
But you know,
I mean like actual gravel. I move this.
Blake, I deal with niggas who nig every day.
I don't know nothing.
All right, so I got a phone one for you before we open it up and jump off here. So it was put out there, and I don't, as much as I fact check, as much time I have in the day, is that Mike Tyson put that he would give $10 million to whoever would marry his daughter. And if you can imagine what does she
look like?
Some people are Googling and typing. Don't it matter?
Yes, it matters. Somebody Google what she looks like on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being great, 1 being horrible.
I got a nephew who's always my fact checker. I love him on the show. He's pulling up an image, and I'll let him describe
who are we talking about? Milan?
I didn't see it now. I know he had more than
no, it's probably Mikey.
But I thought Mikey was on the other side, though. I thought she was.
Nah, not this one. No.
Yeah, that one right there.
Nah,
no. It's a no for you.
DJ, put it back up.
And it's less. I ain't even gonna say it's less.
That's not a good.
It's 50% on how she looked, And the other 50% is if you make her mad, now I gotta fucking fight Mike Tyson.
Not even just Mike. First of all, I'm not worried about Mike. I'm more worried about her. She
DJ,
got
put it back up so I can see.
She's okay. If I had to give it 1 to 10, that picture.
Wait, you didn't see it?
No,
picture is not a good picture.
Don't you keep saying me put my
I
glasses
didn't think
on
about
and
that, CEO. That's a good point, man.
Like, did I just, he's like,
it's not a good.
She's manly-ish.
Ish.
I've done worse for free.
I was
saying,
she's come to our face. That's actually a bad picture of her.
It is a terrible picture.
Like, it's a terrible picture of her.
1 to 10, she get a good 4.5.
all right, so okay,
maybe a 5.5 on a decent day.
All right,
so 10 mil.
You signing up for that, E?
That's a lifetime commitment, my brother.
Oh, you know what? Also, a no for me. I have a thing, and it's super weird, and I know it's weird, but I own my weirdness.
Let's hear this.
The minute if I meet a chick, even if I think she's cute, if she looks exactly like her dad, it's off.
She got Mike
off. And she looked just like Mike.
She does.
Oh, like with a wig on?
Yes.
Yeah,
something like that.
She looked just like Mike.
Yes. I'm looking at like a nice photo of her all done up, like on a stool. She's wearing a very nice ensemble, if you will. Mike Tyson in the face, 100%.
Yeah, like I can't. Come on.
And it's like that's
now,
not.
You said she's come to the fights. I mean, because sometimes pictures don't do you justice.
Like I would say that I think she's lost weight since that picture was been posted.
Yeah.
So she looks a little different than that now.
She's pretty, but Mike in the face, 100%.
She's definitely Mike in the face.
There's nothing about Mike that's good in the face.
That's right. It's nothing that you can't say she's pretty and she look like Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, those two things don't go.
I'm not taking I'm taking everything into account, right?
Really
The photos, I'm taking her style.
Like,
her
how
hair
does
is
she?
pretty.
How does she feel about this?
Well, at this stage, if he got offer money, she know what situation that she in.
That's facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Say what the emails look like,
to marry somebody with that much low self-esteem.
What an application!
Exactly.
What they look like,
Y'all need to let me look at your resume so we can get this case.
What do we get today, Pops? Mr. International, man, you signing up for that?
Yeah, crazy.
He's saying yes.
I gotta see what the NIL deal is like.
That's what I'm about to say.
Gotta see what the market's like.
That's what I'm
I
about
gotta
to
have
say.
Ivory speak on my behalf, man, and make sure that if it's gonna knuckle up with Mike, man, that we got some parameters around it.
All the time.
Everything like that.
I mean, respectfully, you'll have a D1 child, so
That's what I was about to say. Can we get a kid about this that could
You
play?
will get an athlete for sure.
Oh,
For
God.
sure.
I mean, you cool with a female wrestler?
A female wrestler?
You said what?
You cool with a female wrestler? A guy wrestler?
Yo, WWE is $1 billion industry,
They
motherfucker.
making bank. Wait. EJ, can we please talk about since we're talking about relationships, the most unhidden secret that they swear is so hidden? This damn Asia and Bam. I'm like, listen, y'all two.
Asia, Bam out of Bayou?
Yeah,
Yes.
since the Olympics, they be.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh God, yes.
That's a nice couple.
Even like the teams are posting
I
photos
mean,
and making jokes.
Mr. Wilson, he just got to understand that she's the one in this relationship, not him. He has to understand that her popularity far more exceeds his.
I think Bam understands that.
I think he does too.
I think, he's getting flued out. Yeah,
He's not stupid.
Hey,
He's not
no
stupid.
background. Yep.
We've seen dumber things happen.
Nah, I don't see that in Bam. Bam, he seemed like a,
Yeah, he knows.
he's right up here. Like
He knows
he's
his
good.
game.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna play it right. So yeah, let's open it
That's
up.
the
Anybody
goat.
got something? That's
the for real goat. That's the goat. Back on that, yeah. Asia Wilson, that's the goat.
Yeah, that's the goat.
Yes, all day.
Yeah.
The goat is
Sora
Maya
won
Moore.
MVP.
Let's stop this.
No question.
No, I'm
No
stopped.
question.
I hope when Nike puts out her shoe, they make it a pink and green version so we can all go buy it.
Now I want to buy it. Like, can you be all black or all?
No. We do
all black.
We do numbers like
I got an Angel Reese jersey. I can't get it up there.
like we do numbers and we spend money. So if they make it pink and green, it'll
Look,
be
bro,
okay.
Gunmetal gray.
You just gotta.
I'm coming with.
You just gotta have a level of confidence in how you move, bro. That's it. EJ tell you, I'll put on some pink and green. I'll fuck that shit up too.
I'm just playing. I got 6 pair of pink.
Them Orchid 4s drop at the end of the month. I will be pursuing those.
Same here. Those are dope.
Orchid
Those
4s?
Oregon, them Oregon dunks.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, you talking about the 2 pair, right?
Orchid 4s.
Oh,
the pink. Oh yeah, I'm getting those too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm in.
Oregon, yeah. We all know Oregon Ducks. This shit's always hot. It is what it is. I'm pissed off about it. If I could cop some for not a stupid amount of price, I would. But
since you didn't let me go earlier, I want to know of the 12, how many of the 12 slots, how many is my best SEC? How many of those slots that are we
6 or
getting?
7 at least.
That's what I was thinking.
Minimum.
That we was getting seven of those slots.
There's a lot coming out of the SEC.
For the playoffs? Is the Big Ten in this too?
No.
Or no?
No, yeah, they're gonna have one.
No,
the Big Ten's gonna have one. Let's go around the horn. I'm with you. I was with
they're
you.
They're gonna have the one from the automatic bid that they get. Yeah.
That Big Ten's just gonna have the one.
More than.
No.
They get at least 2 in. At least 2, if not 3.
Who?
The Big Ten.
I said who?
Because you want to know schools, so you don't think Ohio State and Michigan?
Not Michigan.
Not Michigan.
USC.
See? Go ahead SC's in there, yeah.
No. Didn't they just don't they got 2 losses?
No,
they got 1 loss.
Okay, they'll get another one.
Oregon, maybe.
They'll get another one.
Because guess what? They're gonna have to play Ohio State, or they're gonna have to play Michigan, don't they?
Yeah, we ready.
We'll still get in.
We barely lost to Michigan. They'll get in.
They'll get in with 2 or 3 losses.
She got the whole.
They'll have 2. They'll have 2 wins. They'll have 2 teams.
Blake, I got about 6 of us.
Who's 6 in the SEC?
Blake, I'm like spades. I got 6 of the possible.
You got Alabama.
But eventually they're gonna knock each other out. Like the SEC.
Alabama.
I'd run through with the Big Ten.
Right itself.
You say Alabama, Georgia,
Alabama, Georgia, Texas.
Thank you.
Georgia and Missouri. That's it.
No, we're getting in.
No, Missouri. LSU.
Not getting in.
Hell no.
You had me.
Brian Kelly can't coach.
You already lost to USC.
He cannot. And I wish we never got him, but since I have him, I have to deal with him. Guess what?
Y'all not getting in.
If LSU beats Bama,
they got to beat somebody. They got to beat.
If they stay hot and they beat Bama, they get in.
No,
they got to beat.
Who's you playing in the first round? That's all I want to know.
In 2 weeks.
Say that again, E.
He's not making it.
Who's Prime playing in the first round?
They're not making it.
I want to know.
They can make it.
They're gonna get Georgia.
If they win the Big 12, they're in.
They ain't gonna win that.
Okay, so
we got Georgia.
Hey, we got UNLV in there too.
Like,
so they'll be in there.
The
Y'all
power
can't keep
fours,
players. I don't know if
it was either UNLV.
players keep coming out every day.
Okay, the power 4s all get their winner. Yep. Then 1 at-large bid from the other ones, whoever gets that.
So Big 12 get 1.
UNLV.
So that's what I said. That's your 5, and then there's
they gotta win it. Yeah, Colorado they gotta win the whole conference.
Yeah, they are.
They can do that.
I don't know. BYU is the one standing in their door.
They do look nice. I will say that BYU look.
That BYU team is the issue.
Okay.
Kansas State is an issue. Like you got to get past Kansas State.
Right.
We'll beat them in 2 weeks.
They'll beat them in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that.
I hope.
I love the optimism.
We'll see.
I mean, I don't think at first I had Notre Dame getting in. I don't think they're going to get in.
Nah, they messed up.
So see, that means
you might be right.
There's 6 slots for us.
Well, there you have it.
I think 6 make it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And we're one of them.
I'm gonna say once it's all said and done, it's gonna be 4. Because once you start playing each other, start crossing each other out.
Right.
It might be 5.
It's not going to be 3 losses. The
LSU will have 3 losses.
No, we're not.
They're not in this. They're not in this.
LSU not making it.
They're not in this.
Who said that?
I said that.
You?
Yeah, I don't think y'all beat. I don't think y'all beat Bama or Georgia.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
We don't play Georgia.
So you gotta play if to win it, you gotta win the conference championship. You gotta see them in the conference, right?
And that's fine. If we don't, guess what? No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not gonna be us that's gonna see them. It's probably gonna be Bama that sees them again.
Okay. So then that makes
what's Tennessee gonna do?
So then Georgia would have 2. Here's what I'm saying. Even if we lose to Bama and we still only have 2 losses.
Right. Tennessee's still undefeated, right?
Yeah, where Tennessee at?
Tennessee has to play Georgia.
Y'all play Ole Miss, right?
We play Ole Miss for homecoming.
It's a lot of leaving Texas out of the conversation.
No,
we already said Texas was in.
Oh.
Yeah, we got.
You said that early.
I thought we were talking about the SEC.
Ole Miss gonna give LSU. Ole Miss gonna give LSU a 40 spot at homecoming.
No, they're not. We're not going to lose our homecoming like they lost their homecoming.
Ooh, 40.
Spoiler alert. It's not. It's not a spoiler.
Jay said he Taylor Swift, so I'm gonna believe him.
It's not a spoiler.
No.
LSU about to get that hammer put on him.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna believe him.
Nope.
All right. Well, anything else when we get out of here, man? Anybody got anything on their minds? I like to say always, we definitely had the chat room was on fire. So
rest in peace, Pete Rose as well.
It depends.
Yeah.
That means one more person has to die.
He didn't get his flowers, man.
Where you been the last month? Everybody been going. We lost Frankie Beverly.
We had those three. Def comes in 3. You just had 2.
Yo, it's Christmas.
We had those 3. It's either
come on, let's go. We've been very dark today. Why are we so dark today?
And also, I always that is one of the most funniest illogical sayings ever. Def comes in 3s. No, motherfucker. Def is continuous and somebody maybe you care about, but niggas is dying all the time.
Hey,
grandmama thing.
It come in generations.
In this batch,
right? That shit come in waves, not 3s. That shit come in waves.
In this batch, you have Dikembe, Pete, and now the third person.
The third person was yesterday. It was Chris Christopherson. He's 3.
You see what I'm saying?
It is. How are they in a batch? Like, I don't even think that batch is together.
Yo, people say all the time, and I'm like, it makes no sense.
It does. These are two athletes, so we need another.
Hey, don't kill somebody then.
What do you mean by need?
Stop. It was
real Illuminati.
Ivory got a little list at the house. She got a list at the house.
Earl died, then Frankie died, and then
Rich Homie Quan.
those two don't go in there with them. How dare you put those two with them?
Again, you count.
It makes no sense.
I count them all.
Hey, y'all, Ivory been in Louisiana. She been practicing voodoo. We gotta get off this topic.
They don't even do that down there, man. I'm going down there next month. They don't do that.
Hey, man, listen.
Wait, they definitely
do that. I go down there like 5 times a year.
Wait, don't you eat no spaghetti from no woman you don't know?
Man, that's all I eat down there.
I got some great ideas.
Blake said I'm living on the wild side when I go, man.
On the wild side, okay?
Hey, y'all, everybody go put some salt around y'all house tonight. Ivory did something.
That's all. It's either that or fried food. That's all they got. Spaghetti and fried food. So
we don't eat no spaghetti and fried food in New Orleans.
No, I said that's all they have. Either or.
No, that's
New
Orleans don't eat no
you do New Orleans all wrong.
I'm just joking, relax.
I don't know where you going in New Orleans.
I don't be in New Orleans. I'm talking about. I said Louisiana. I be in northern.
Right, are you going on a cemetery tour? What's going on?
I be in northern Louisiana, man. I'll be up there by Louisiana Tech and Grand.
Oh, that's Dallas.
Oh, and Ruston.
I be in
Dallas.
I be in Ruston. I be in Ruston. Hard.
Dallas.
We don't count it. I go to the Stanboro games. I go to the Ruston games.
Why are you there?
I just like down south. I like spaghetti.
Boy said it's something about the spaghetti.
I ain't never heard nobody say it's something about the spaghetti.
I'm just joking, man.
Hey, go sprinkle that salt outside your house. Just go around the house.
I've been looking. Other man CEO said my last shot. Shout out to Pete Rose. Y'all got stories about Matumbo and everything. I played baseball in front of Pete Rose, and only thing he said is that I had a nice catcher stance. That's the only thing he ever said. That's the only thing. But that's okay. I'll take it.
We're going to have to wake on Blake's narrative of the highlights. Because if all they can highlight is your catcher stance, we got an issue.
Right?
Hey, first of all, hold on. Let's take this back. First of all, I played 3 grades up. I played against Ken Griffey Jr. this day. Ken Griffey Jr. hit a home run on top of the high school, which was 200 feet away over the fence. So He was
like, hey, Ken Griffey, you got a nice stroke. hey, and Blake, Blake.
Hey, I played though. I played.
That's the truth right there, boy.
Hey, yo. That's the only thing I got. That's it. That's all I got.
I got you, MH.
Hey,
Pause.
yo.
Pause.
Nice stroke.
Hey, Blake, you got a nice Tetris stance.
Nothing got behind me. Nothing got behind me. Pause. Y'all tripping.
He said what?
Let's go, EJ. Let's go, bro.
What are we talking about?
This show is definitely falling all the way off the fucking cliff. I enjoy laughing with y'all crazy motherfuckers every month, man. If anybody got a special announcement, anything in the shout out, other than that, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. But like I said, definitely want to thank everybody that was in the live chat. Please share the show. It's always a good conversation. We learn something, we laugh. So, like I said, I just really appreciate all your time from every state because it's later in some places than others. So, thank y'all for hopping on. Yeah, I know it's a little late there, so I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you.
In Africa, man. She 9 hours ahead.
Yes, right.
I mean, this is my working hours, but you know.
My bad. See, yeah. But I hope this provided, like I said, some knowledge and some laughter. MH, you got anything before we get out of here?
No, I appreciate y'all. Good shit.
Shout out to y'all too, man. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, Blake Star. Go ahead.
Playoff start tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's go, Phillies.
See,
and,
I'm gonna keep it a whole.
I ain't hear no Houston. I ain't hear no Houston chance.
I said Astros, baby. We in this thing.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Eric.
Just don't cheat this year.
Yeah, thanks.
Get out of here with that crap.
Shit-ass team. Y'all don't make it past Detroit. Stop.
Let's go.
Oh, stop it. Y'all bought y'all championship and went on. Get out of here.
Hey, guess what? And we won. Y'all cheated for y'all.
Get out of here.
What's up?
It's our time.
The Phillies
it's our time down here.
Stop.
Y'all
don't make it past the Phillies. Stop.
We'll see in a month.
The Dodgers in a month this year.
Absolutely. So next month on the live, we're gonna catch all these checks right here.
Who's
Philly playing in the first round?
I hate baseball. I have no clue.
Philly gotta buy.
I just know
they gotta buy.
Yeah, y'all got the Brewers.
We were the winners.
Y'all have Philly, and then that's gonna be a toss up. I'm gonna keep it in my.
We were the winners.
The Phillies are tough, bro.
Before I leave out here, shout out to DeMar Hamlin, dog. He is having a Pro Bowl year.
He is.
Yeah, he got another interception.
Crazy.
Hey, man, hey, all I'm gonna say is I'm happy to see the brother playing, but he messed up my fantasy championship. So, you know, I'm pulling for him not to hit the Pro Bowl, bro. I'm just saying he messed up.
Bro,
Consider where he was, where he is now. If y'all need some fantasy advice, you can reach out.
Oh, NIL fantasy. Nail tips.
I got two more comments. TT Ivy. Next time you're here, hit my line. I don't even need you to use your connections just for a drink. I'll even treat you.
I'm just really trying to think when's the next time I'm gonna be in Dallas.
Okay.
This week is Clark, Atlanta, Tuskegee, Morehouse. I'm putting on a swim meet at Morehouse versus Georgetown. Next week, I'm going to the Chiefs because the Saints play the Chiefs. At TSU's homecoming, Norfolk State.
Carry the one. Okay, we got it. All right, and then Lil E. No, wait. You got one more so we can get out of here. Go ahead, E.
I'll see you next week. All
right, I love you, man. Safe travels, man. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here.
Bye, Ivory.
This is on fire, man. So I'm probably gonna watch this a little later, just to fucking laugh later this week, man. Because there's the only thing, and just so I can get it in here, Tim Tebow, Ben Simmons, and who else do I need to say? Just
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Just so we get in the show.
Hey, good luck with Julius Randle there.
Oh boy.
And
I'm glad we found a place to dump him off. Good luck with that.
Facts.
I know MH don't like that because he loves Julius Randle.
I like
Julius Randle.
LeBron Randle, he calls
LeBron Randle.
No,
Julius Randle lived in a world where he thought he is who he isn't. And I think he's a very solid number 2 at best. Very solid. So it's great that he'll be number 3 in Dallas.
Here's the thing.
4? You said he'll be number 4?
Wait, Julius Randle? I thought he was going to Minnesota.
Oh, no, my bad. He is in Minnesota. I thought he was in Dallas. I thought they sent him to Dallas. Now you're right.
We got Clay. We got Kai, Luka, Live, PJ. I mean, we good on our. We'll see you, Chip.
Luka and Kyrie.
We'll see you in the Chip.
Luka and Kyrie.
We got Luka and Kyrie.
Don't play like that. Clay's draining 100.
Oh yeah, I did get Clay. That's right.
Yeah, Luka and Kyrie.
Prime Clay
incoming. Kyrie and Clay. Clay got at least another good 2 seasons on his list.
2 seasons to what?
Don't do Klay Thompson like that.
We're doing him like that.
Klay Thompson is washed.
He is not washed.
Klay Thompson is washed. Who's saying he's washed? Everybody's saying he's washed.
Nah, he can still shoot.
Absolutely,
the lights out.
He may shoot in 2 months,
bro.
Mr. International, put your hand up.
And in Dallas, it's a way different. In Golden State, he had to run around. He don't got to do none of that in Dallas. Just sit in the corner.
Mr. International is not going to put his hand up because he's
and let Kyrie and Luka do what they do and just wait for the ball. He got his career got extended at least 2 years going to Dallas. Easy.
I hope Paul George's got extended 2 years.
Paul George
he might not get extended 82 games.
Paul George ain't wow.
He might not get 82 games. Paul George and Joel Embiid probably the 2 best non-available players in the NBA. And Kawhi.
Man, you know Kawhi.
Kawhi number 1.
You said what?
Kawhi is number 1.
Yeah, Kawhi number 1.
Kawhi number 1. Yeah, Kawhi's number 1.
If we're talking all sports, he's right behind CMC.
Actually, number 1 is Ben Simmons because
no Ben Simmons slander.
Yo,
this the year, baby. We back. This the year.
Hey, this comeback player of the year, huh? Man,
I need you to let go and let God on that.
even the LSU, even the LSU and me can't help.
Come back player of the year.
Ben Simmons is retiring on the court in December.
No.
We back.
We back.
Oh, yeah, Ben Simmons tried to get LSU in trouble. I ain't gonna forget that.
I didn't forget.
He did get him in trouble.
And then
during that show?
During his time at LSU.
During his tenure.
What did he do?
Yeah, he had a show. He had that show during
He had that show where he basically exposed everything that was going on.
Can't trust them Australians.
If you're not cheating, you're not winning.
Right, you're not cheating.
We're about to hoop.
You got to come out and publicly say you're not that bad at basketball. You're washed.
We're about to hoop.
Oh my goodness! This
Ben.
game is getting good.
All right,
it's all good. It's all about the Rockets.
I appreciate all of y'all, and I will
Cue the music.
I will see you all next month.
Let's pour out a little liquor tonight, man, for the Coliseum, man.
Oh yeah.
Sad time, man. It's a real sad time.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody in black.
Kings. Okay.
Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
It's okay.
Yo.
They'll be fine.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap.
What is up, everybody?